Fashion chain Balenciaga used Christmas, the season celebrating our Lord's birth, to launch a sick child predator campaign. That is this week's Speak Out segment.
They tell us luxury is timeless, that a $5,000 handbag isn't just an accessory, it's a status symbol, a badge of elegance. But behind the pristine runways, airbrushed ad campaigns, and celebrity endorsements, there's a mess they don't want you to see. Because the luxury industry, the one that screams class and exclusivity, is also home to some of the most tone-deaf, offensive, and downright embarrassing scandals in modern history. They're not just stitching handbags, they're stitching scandals. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's rewind to Shanghai, the fashion capital of China, where Dolce and Gabbana decided to host a glamorous runway show. But before the first heel could hit the catwalk, they dropped a campaign called Eating with Chopsticks. Sounds harmless? Think again. In the ad, a Chinese model awkwardly tries to eat pizza and spaghetti with chopsticks. A creepy voiceover mocks her, slowly, condescendingly in Mandarin, as if she's an alien species trying to decode Italian food. The tone was so stereotypical, so painfully outdated, you'd think it came from a 1950s cartoon. The backlash? Instant. Chinese celebrities pulled out of the show, influencers canceled partnerships. And then, it got worse. Screenshots leaked. Stefano Gabbana, one half of the brand's iconic duo, was caught in a private DM calling China a dirty, ignorant-smelling country. Classy, right? Dolce and Gabbana tried to apologize. They filmed a groveling video, barely blinking, and said they love China deeply. But the damage was done. Stores were shut down, products pulled, billions lost. They didn't just lose face, they lost an entire nation of consumers. Now, you'd think luxury brands learned their lesson. But if fashion teaches us anything, it's that history loves to repeat itself, usually in a slightly different color palette. Enter Dior. At a student presentation in China, the brand displayed a map of the country. Except, they forgot Taiwan. That's right, a French fashion house accidentally wandered into a geopolitical minefield. And China? Not exactly known for laughing things off. #boycott Dior trended across Chinese social media. Outrage poured in. Dior quickly issued a statement saying they respected China's sovereignty, which is corporate for "please don't destroy us like you did Dolce." But it's not just Asia where luxury brands step on landmines. Let's talk about Gucci. The brand that once draped Harry Styles in pearls and made slippers out of fur suddenly decided to release a black turtleneck. That covered half the face, with bright red lips stitched around the mouth hole. Yeah, it looked like blackface in 2019. Twitter exploded, so did fashion blogs. And once again, the same cycle scandal to outrage to half-hearted apology to product pulled. Rinse, repeat. Ironically, no spin cycle. And just when you thought the industry couldn't get bolder, along comes Balenciaga. Balenciaga. The brand that turned garbage bags into handbags, Crocs into runway fashion, and then, somehow, managed to spark global fury by featuring children in ads, holding teddy bears dressed in bondage gear. We're talking fishnets, leather straps, and chains, all paired with innocent little faces. It wasn't edgy, it wasn't artistic, it was disturbing. And when people noticed, Balenciaga tried to shift the blame to the production team, then issued a vague "we're sorry," while lawyers scrambled behind the scenes. But here's the deeper truth no one likes to talk about. These aren't accidents, they're calculated risks. Luxury brands live and die by attention, and when they run out of new ideas, they resort to the one thing that always sells: controversy. But not all of it is front-page scandal. Some of it is hidden deep in the stitching. Did you know many made-in-Italy products are only assembled there? The labor? Often outsourced. To countries where workers make less than $1 an hour, sewing pieces of a $4,000 handbag, one that will later be sold to someone who thinks they're buying heritage craftsmanship. Some brands even destroy unsold merchandise just to maintain their exclusivity. Burn it, shred it, toss it, because heaven forbid their bags go on sale. It's not elegance, it's economics. And that little logo on the label? It's not a symbol of quality anymore. It's a symbol of what they think you'll believe. Luxury has always been about illusion, but today the illusion is cracking. Not because the stitching is weak, but because the lies are too bold. So next time you see a jaw-dropping runway show or a viral designer piece, ask yourself, is this genius? Or just another PR gamble with a $3,000 price tag? Because in the end, behind the champagne, the velvet ropes, the flashing cameras, luxury is a business. And business doesn't care who it offends, as long as the profits are runway ready. Subscribe for more deep dives into the industries that pretend to be untouchable. Because if there's one thing the fashion world fears more than a boycott, it's the truth, told in full length.